Welcome to the Epifanio home, Casa. We are here for our inaugural quarantine cooking demo. This is the first part. We're going to be making the butternut squash filling for our ravioli. And this is going to be in prelude to our Saturday night ravioli making. And also, I think I gave you a recipe, or you should have a recipe for my cannoli cupcakes. So it's going to be great. So this is our first attempt. But before we start, we thought we'd do a little song for you guys, since the audience here is primarily musicians, and we'd like to show you that we have a little bit of the chops that.
No, we don't.
Well, maybe we don't, but hey, let's get started with a little song.
Forgive us in advance.
Okay, and then we're going to get to the demo.
Here. We're just two lost souls in a quarantine mode. So far this year, running over the Trader Joe's, trying to find some toilet paper. Wish we had some. Try that lick again. Some butternut squash filling. Okay, my trusty assistant over here. Okay, we're good. Before we get started, we'll have a little toast. Margie, where are you? A little toast to our audience, and chin chin. Before we get started, we always have a little glass of wine as we're cooking.
Salute.
Makes the food taste better. And the Bible says that wine makes glad the heart of man. So, salute.
Good to be with you all.
All right, so the first thing is the butternut squash. Okay, fresh. And I'm going to show you how to cut it, peel it, and clean it so that we can roast it. So
it's a little dangerous.
It's a little dangerous, but
it's hard to do.
Keep it on a steady board. And if you have a cutting board, a trick is you put a wet paper towel under your cutting board so it doesn't slide. And that'll help you from getting cut. So you want to cut the ends off first. 1, 2, okay? And to make it easier to slice, we're going to cut it in half, okay? Just like so. Once you cut it in half, you're going to peel the butternut squash. So I'm going to show you how I peel, right? So sometimes I go toward me. Sometimes I go that way, kind of break up the monotony. She's laughing. My wife is laughing over there off to the side. So, all right.
I'm laughing.
So you get the idea. So we're going to peel and peel and peel, okay? And peel. So once we have it peeled, okay, the magic of TV. Take that much. I've got a couple peeled over here already. She just dropped the butternut squash. Right. So once you have the butternut squash peeled, okay, you have the one area where you have the kind of the seeds. So you want to just take the seed area and then scoop it out with a tablespoon. Okay. Once you have it scooped out, you want to cut your butternut squash. Depending on how big yours is, let me give you an idea, right? That's about the size, okay? A nice kind of 1/4 inch or so to a 1/2 inch, but you don't have to be precise because we're going to roast these bad boys, and we're going to puree them in our food processor. So, cut these up here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, so we have our butternut squash cube. Okay, I have a sheet pan here. I'm going to put my butternut squash on a sheet pan. And I have an onion, half an onion. So that's what we're going to use, a half onion. we're going to take that and quarter it.
It's a large onion.
It's a large onion. So I quartered it and put it on my sheet pan with the butternut squash. And I have a shallot, or shallot, as we say in the South. Shallot. And in Nashville, it's shallot. How do you say it in Ireland?
Shallot.
Shallot. Oh, always after me lucky charms.
Oh my gosh.
I'll build a kite and fly away.
Yes.
All right, here we go. So, I'm peeling my shallot. So I'm going to cut the shallot up also and just quarter that. Okay, again, rough chops because we're going to be roasting this bad boy. And then we have garlic. So I have 2 cloves of garlic. So these are already taken off the bulb, but I'm going to show you a trick on how to peel it. So you just take your knife, the back of it, do a little bang, a couple of bangs, and then it just pulls right off. You're going to put the garlic in whole, and we've got one more that's already peeled. Oh, okay. Now, we take some olive oil, and we're going to drizzle that right over the top. Okay? Be liberal. Well, not in your theology, but in your olive oil pouring. And then we have our black pepper here. This is a fresh, grated black pepper. Okay, this is a beautiful peppermint. Okay, and then kosher salt. Be liberal here as well. Don't be shy. All right, so then we're going to take this, mix it all up. Okay, get your hands dirty. All right, your hands are dirty. Marge, I need a rag. So once you have your butternut squash mixed with the olive oil and all the seasoning, right? Then what you're going to do, she just threw a rag at me. You believe this? No respect for the chef. All right, so we're going to roast this in the oven at 425 for about 30 minutes until it's tender. Okay?
Voila.
And voila, by the magic of YouTube or video, we have the squash that I roasted up earlier today. Now, what we're going to do with this is we're going to make our filling. And the way we make our filling is, my trusty assistant left me.
I'm here, dear.
All right, so we're going to take our filling. We're going to use a food processor, right? Ricotta. All right. And we're going to take the butternut squash, put it in the food processor, like so. Voila. And this is all the goodness of the butternut squash that was roasted. So that goes in there. Trusty assistant, thank you. All right. Now we want to take some beautiful Pecorino Romano cheese. Please don't use that Romano cheese that's called Parmesan, the Kraft kind of powdered stuff that you find in the grocery aisle in your supermarket. Don't buy that. Buy fresh. Go somewhere and buy a fresh Pecorino Romano. This is our fresh.
Locatelli.
This is a brand. The best brand is called Locatelli Pecorino Romano. It's a beautiful brand from New York. You can get this at Costco. So here it is, all ground up for us. So you're going to take a good handful and then put that into your butternut squash puree. And then we have some ricotta cheese. Voila. A couple of tablespoons of that in there. Good. And then we're going to fire this baby up. We're going to puree this just until it comes together. And you want to kind of pulse it. Now, use your pulse setting. And if you've got a lot of squash in there, just mix it up, push it down, like I'm doing here. Okay? And then put it on one more time. Pulse it. What I'm going to do to thin this out just a little bit, I'm going to add a little bit more olive oil, Margie. If you find that your butternut squash is getting a little bit caught up in there. I put a little olive oil, create a little bit of lubrication. And then I'm going to put it on again. Okay. So that's good. So there we have our puree. Can I have a bowl, Margie? All right. That's fine. Yeah. So here's a bowl. Put that in. You get a little look-see here. So now, if you find that you have more chunks of butternut squash, you can put it back into the food processor and puree it a little bit more. But what you do want to do now is taste it.
Okay.
Use more salt. Taste that.
Needs a little more ricotta.
So I'm going to put a little more ricotta, as per my sous chef. I'm going to put a little more salt. Okay. And you can add that as you go along, right? Because it's always important to taste.
Right.
Okay. Before you,
Taste it good.
serve it, right? So you want to taste it. So right now we've got a beautiful filling here. Okay. So as you can see, we got a beautiful butternut squash filling. Okay. Now with this, you can put this in your container, like a food container, March, or something. Well, basically, I'm going to store it in one of these containers and put it in my fridge. This is going to keep,
Any kind of container.
for a while. Well,
Tupperware, anything.
so this is the butternut squash filling for our ravioli, and we're going to make the ravioli on Saturday coming up. But
Homemade pasta.
and homemade pasta, of course. So I'd like to say, I think we're done with this, right,
I
Margie?
think we're done.
So Marge drank her wine already. I've been working for a living in quarantine, and hopefully we're going to have a great time on Saturday. Looking forward to seeing everybody. And until then, buonasera.
Mwah.
Okay.
We love you all.
Love you all. You can shut it, Margie. Hit that
Ciao.
thing.
Ciao.
Ciao. She's going to hit the button. Hit the button. Hit the button. Hit that button right there.
I got it, babes.
Bada bing.